Justin Baldoni is finally speaking about how exhausted he is from the year of emotional stress dealing with It Ends With Us.
I told them that I was exhausted, that I haven't given myself time to recover or time to heal. I had a intense year.
In a world where power and privilege often dictate the rules, one man stood against the tide. Justin Baldoni, a filmmaker known for his integrity, found himself in the crosshairs of Hollywood's golden girl, Blake Lively. What started as a professional collaboration turned into a battle for survival, a battle that would expose the dark underbelly of fame, influence, and manipulation.
His holidays ruined, and now his whole career is attempted to be ruined by Blake and the lawsuit. So I can only imagine if he was this tough before it all dropped, imagine how much tougher it was after.
It was supposed to be a dream project. Justin Baldoni had spent 5 years developing It Ends With Us, a film close to his heart. Blake Lively, Hollywood's darling, was cast as the lead. But behind the scenes, the dream was unraveling.
I don't like her. She seems like a bully. She was such a high-maintenance diva bully brat.
I woke up at 4:30 this morning. My son's had the flu. I'm not feeling great. My heart was racing. I'm noticing that, I'm having some anxiety and just haven't given myself the time to heal.
Blake Lively, known for her perfectionism, began to overstep. She demanded final cut approval, forced script changes, and even banned Justin from attending his own movie premiere. The man who had poured his heart into the project was relegated to the basement, while Blake basked in the spotlight.
That Justin Baldoni, ultimately, by the time they got to the premiere, was mandated by Blake Lively to spend the night in the basement, away from his co-stars, and didn't even get to see the final cut of his own movie because Blake Lively insisted that she be the one to approve it, until he watched it on the screen with his editors.
Blake Lively struck first. She filed a $250 million lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, accusing him of harassment and launching a smear campaign against her. The media, always hungry for scandal, ate it up. But Justin knew the truth. He had the receipts. Justin didn't just defend himself, he fought back. He countersued for $400 million, alleging defamation and extortion.
Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, seeking more than $400 million in damages, accusing them of defamation and extortion.
The evidence was damning. Text messages showed Blake inviting Justin to her trailer, praising his work and joking with him, completely contradicting her claims of harassment.
There's a lot of comments that she puts in here that you're just like, why would you want to take over someone's movie? The outfits in this end are so out of touch. No, we don't want to watch bullies like Blake.
The public wasn't buying Blake's story. Social media turned into a battleground, with fans and celebrities alike calling out her lies.
None of it was just due to the fact that she seems like a rather shitty person.
Comparisons to Amber Heard's failed lawsuit against Johnny Depp began to surface. Blake's carefully curated image was crumbling. Blake's past interviews came back to haunt her. In one, she joked about hitting her ex-boyfriend, Chris Evans, and even admitted to hitting her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Her credibility was in tatters.
I know this gets overused now, but she did FAFO. Like, she thought she could blame all of her negative press on him. He's a weakling. She's Blake Lively with Ryan Reynolds, her dragon.
Hollywood is a fickle place. Justin's allies began to distance themselves, fearing the backlash. Colleen Hoover, who had once championed Blake, removed all mentions of her from social media. Liz Plank, Justin's longtime co-host, resigned from their podcast, Man Enough, leaving Justin to fight alone.
I let go of so much, and I gave it to him. And no amount of I'm sorry's will ever undo it. Hurt people hurt people.
Justin's net worth paled in comparison to Blake's $30 million and Ryan Reynolds' $350 million.
He is, his agent is Ari Emanuel. He's a powerful Hollywood guy, and we all respond to Hollywood power. And there's a hypocrisy and a fraudulence there that the public is picking up on. And so that's really interesting now.
But he wasn't alone. Steve Sarowitz, a billionaire and co-founder of Wayfair Studios, stepped in to support Justin. With a net worth of $2.5 billion, Steve's backing gave Justin the financial muscle to fight back.
He told us that Justin Baldoni denied those claims of sexual harassment and only tried to appease Blake Lively because she was such a high-maintenance diva bully brat. He had to bend over backwards just to get her to shut up and complete the film.
Blake's legal team was in disarray. Every motion they filed was denied. Justin's lawyer, Brian Friedman, dismantled their case piece by piece. The courtroom became a battleground, and Blake was losing.
Parties, of course, meeting for the first time in court today. It was about a 90-minute hearing.
This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
In a world where sometimes people judge you before they give you a chance.
In a cruel twist, Justin was awarded the 2024 Vital Voices Solidarity Award, honoring his advocacy for women and girls. But just days later, the award was rescinded, citing Blake's lawsuit. It was a devastating blow, but Justin refused to give up.
I had anxiety because I'm not feeling like my full self. And yet I came today despite, no sleep and not feeling great and, all of the barriers.
The final showdown was brutal. Justin's evidence was overwhelming. Text messages, emails, and testimonies from cast and crew members proved that Blake's claims were baseless.
Justin does a better job, in my opinion, of providing receipts and showing full context. Blake Lively's complaint of harassment. He called me sexy. I felt so uncomfortable. Why would you do that? Well, here's one point where she's calling him a ball buster. I'm just a ball buster.
The judge ruled in Justin's favor, awarding him $400 million in damages. Blake Lively, once Hollywood's golden girl, was left humiliated.
She's a Me Too victim there. That's absurd.
Her career was in ruins, her reputation beyond repair. Justin Baldoni had won, but the cost was high.
The judge chose to not impose the gag order on Justin Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman today, but did threaten to move up the trial if the media press war continued.
In the end, justice prevailed. Justin Baldoni emerged victorious, but the scars of the battle would remain. Blake...
She decided to blame him, and boy, did she open up a hornet's nest and learn, be careful what you wish for, because now you've got the fight you asked for, and you're not...
Lively's fall from grace was a cautionary tale, a reminder that no one is above the truth. In Hollywood, where power and privilege often dictate the rules, one man stood against the tide. And in doing so, he exposed the dark underbelly of fame, influence, and manipulation.